Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. I will not be between myself and Sethuraman Krishnamoorthy ji, who is our basically the organizer for this wonderful 4-day workshop. The first 2 days were very nice. The first day we learned how to identify a problem, define a problem, and second day we were discussing and talking about how to analyzing the problem, how to analyze what are the different methods and tools. And we had lots of questions, and in fact we were delayed. So today's Mr. Sethuraman is going to talk about the solutions, how to find solutions to the problems, and this is what he's going to talk. So I'm going to go off the line and let Sethuramanji talk. Sethuramanji, as in case some of you did not join yesterday, is a mathematician. He's done several Sigma workshops. He's a black belt, and he enjoys talking to students, mentoring them. And we are very privileged to have him here with us. And let's listen to him. Today is the 3rd day of workshop. Those who have missed may go back to our recording first and 2nd day workshop. They're all there in the Facebook along with all the 500 videos. All right, Sethuramanji, welcome and over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My dear friends, Vanakkam, Namaste, and good evening to all. As Dr. Akshay was saying, the first day we saw how to identify a problem and how to qualify a problem to be a project. Then we understood when we learned about certain tools to identify the root causes and prioritize and validate. Today is the day we are going to see how to identify possible solutions for a specific cause and how to do the how to take it further up to the implementation stage. Okay, so what I thought was, I'm going to give you a common problem which all of you can appreciate. All of you will appreciate because it is a very common generic problem I'm going to show you. Then out of that, how you can get the causes, how derive the root causes for the particular problem, then how to prioritize the cause, then move on to the solutions. Okay, like any other day, I'm going to switch between PowerPoint and my speech. Okay, so I'm going to open the PowerPoint. Just give me a second. Cool. I'll keep it here. Okay, now the problem today, I'm doing this. Why problem causes I'm repeating and taking solution so that the viewers can appreciate and have a continuity. Okay, now the problem statement I have taken is in CBC hospital, there is no such hospital. The online delivery of medications are poor. In a particular hospital, the online delivery medications are poor. This is the problem. Now, for this problem, I need to identify the causes first. Okay, whether you want to identify the cause or solution, the right person to talk is the people who are working on the process, right? In this case, say for example, I have visited the hospital. I have been invited to solve this problem. I visited the hospital. I'm talking to the people, the people who are working in the hospital, and I think I will put this down because hinder the presentation. Oops. Okay, cool. So I'm working. I'm spoke. I got the list of various discussion. I got the list of possible causes. What are they? Now they have told many causes. I thought I just framed and I got this. See, so the shortage of equipment. Staff nurse unfamiliar with the medicine names, crowded nursing stations, inexperienced pharmacist, improper inventory system, not enough staffs, medication out of stock, and prescription cannot be read, right? The people were unable to read the prescription properly, and damaged equipment, labels are hard to read. Physician revises the medications, right? And no training on new medications. These are the possible causes for the problem of the delayed medications, on-time delayed delivery of the medication, right? So now what I have done, I am choosing a tool called fishbone diagram, right? Fishbone diagram, and this is also called cause and effect diagram. What cause and effect? You'll have a box here. Here you'll have a box that's called effect, meaning we will write the problem. What is the problem we are attacking? That will come in the box, and I have four different wings, right? In which I'm going to segregate the causes now. How I'm going to segregate? This tool has four labels like this, right? This label has this tool has four labels called man, method, machine, and material. So now what I'm going to do, I've got the possible causes. I'm going to sort them in these four buckets, right? First, the problem from the problem is staff nurse unfamiliar new medical staff nurse. So it's coming under man. When I say man, woman, it's a human. Okay. So next is just because they want all to be, M, they kept man. Then there is no other reason. So it's human. So staffs are unfamiliar with the new medicine names, inexperienced pharmacists, and not enough staff nurses. So these are related to the staff, the resource people. Okay. Second is machine, damaged equipment and shortage of equipment. These two belongs to the machine. Accordingly, similarly, these are material and these are method. So what I have done is, whatever the 11, 12 causes I have listed down, I have segregated them like this. So this tool will help you to organize the causes with respect to the 4 M's: man, method, material, machine. So now if you see this, it looks like a fish head and it spins. So this is called fishbone diagram. Now what I have done is, I just given a fish face for this, so that it is really looks like a fish. So this is what it is. Now the next is what you are going to do. Now I have so many causes. As I told you, when you have 15, 20 causes in front of you, you will not be able to work on. So you have to prioritize the cost now. How to prioritize the cost? As I told you, there are some tools to prioritize the cost. For that, I'm going to have I'm going to put, these are the tools, right? Subjective ranking and rating, cause and effect matrix. These are tools to prioritize the vital few causes from the trivial many, right? Pareto also you can use, but these are the two tools used for in these exercises, right? Subjective rating and ranking, have a team, so give the causes in front of them, ask them to rank, give their opinion in terms of rank and rate, so that the top ranks getting into the priority. Similarly, cause and effect matrix, what is happening is, what is the there is a we use a calculation there that will tell you the impact of the cause on the effect. So which is making more impact, that is what you are going to prioritize. So based on these two, what we have done is the fish I put inside the funnel, use this tool, and I got these two causes as prioritized. Right? The prioritized causes are out of the many: the inexperienced pharmacist, shortage of equipment, improper inventory system. These are just all our example. This is not a real-time project or something. For you to understand clearly, I just giving an example. That's all. So the prioritized causes are, these are the 3 priority causes. Why? As I told you, in real time, what will happen is these kind of 2-3 prioritized causes, the 20% of the cause will, if you attack them, you get 80% of the problem will get solved. So what I have done is taken the 3 causes. I want to move further to find solution for this, which is today's session. Right now, remember, I have these 3 causes prioritized. I'm going to find solutions, right, for how to solve these causes. That's what today's exercise. Now, implementation of solution. In implementation of solution, there are 4 things you have to remember. First, you have to list the possible solution. 2, you have to prioritize, like cause, how you prioritize. See, anywhere within a simple common sensical way, if you have in the morning you are getting up, you have 10 things in front of you to do. How will you do? You immediately put your ingenuity and common sense, say, okay, fine, these are the 1, 2 priority, I need to work on that first. Right, which is having more severity, you're going to work on that. You don't use any tools for that. Similarly, so anything you do, whenever there's a big list, you have to prioritize, take the priority. So give focus to that, solve that. Now, solutions also, implementation of solution also, you're going to have a list of solutions, prioritize them, and understand their impact, then implementation, right? Go and implement the solution. So how to do this? Now, there is something called affinity diagram. In the background, you can see, I kind of faded it. This is how the affinity diagram look like. I'm going to show you the affinity diagram. Affinity diagram is a very, very simple tool, but very powerful technique, right? Why simple? How come it is simple, very powerful? Because it's going to use the most powerful weapon in the world. That's the reason this is becoming very powerful technique. So powerful weapon is going to use in the tool. What is that? What is a powerful, weapon do you think in the world? To me, some people say technology, some people say rocket science, some people say, science, some people say God, some different things, powerful things in the world. Okay, leave God alone. The powerful thing in the world is human brain, right? Be it a machine language, deep language, or whatever language going to come tomorrow, everything needs, right, input from this brain. What happens, this brain all the time, not opened, or, all the time do not work in the same way. There is, absolutely great variation here, and many times getting closed, right? That's the reason. But if we can actively open this and reduce the variability in your thinking process, you will be the master, right? So the powerful thing, brain, is what we are going to use for this tool, right? How? Affinity diagram, right? What the first step? Again, before going to the first step, how we are going to use this? You need a team of people. To do this, you need a team of people. The team of people should be working on the process, should know about the process, should know the problem, right? They should appreciate, okay, this is a problem. And say, for example, in my case, what I would have done is I would have called a couple of nurses, couple of pharmacists, and the guy who are working there, maybe the inventory manager. So those kind of people I would have called. I would have called two more subject matter experts. Along with them, I would have gone ahead with the solution, this particular tool. So what we are going to do, we are going to have a team of people. Those team of people, we are going to give stick pads. Stick pads, yellow color, small stick pads. You can write on some notes. Those kind of small notepads, we are going to give it to everybody. Say, for example, today, I am going to work on 3 causes. So what I am going to do is, I am going to give, say, roughly 9 stick pads, right? How many? 3 causes. So 9 stick pads to, say, I have some 5-6 people around me. I'm going to give it to them. Okay, keep. Okay, that's the first step. Step number 2, right? I'm going to ask them, all the participants, I'm going to tell them, you know what? This is my priority, prioritized cause. Now, I request you, what could be the solution? Right? We are going to do a brainstorming, and what could be the solution? And we have to do. So the brainstorming session. Guys, whenever you do brainstorming, I want to give you a very important key tip. Any brainstorming should have a moderator, should have a captain, should have a chairperson, right? He is the person who's going to, because you're going to have some 5-6 people around you. Brainstorming, nothing but you're going to give a cause in this matter. Ask, what do you think should be the solution for this? In your brain. So you guys are working on the process inside and out. And whenever there's a delay in the medication, people would have yelled at you, shouted at you. So you guys are experiencing that, so that, what could be solution? That time you would have thought, my God, if I have that, but for that solution, this problem will not be there. So you would have thought many things. So now give me those, what your thinking process, share with me in the form of the stick pad. So take 3 stick pads, write your 3 solutions. What do you think in the stick pad for a particular cause? Similarly, for all the 3, you write 3 is the maximum. I don't want more than that. If you think I can give you only 1, no problem. There is no compulsory. You should give 1, 2, or 3. But minimum you should give 1, because you are in the process. So for each solution, each root cause, what you think that should be the solution. So you give in that. So now what people are going to do, they're going to write. So in brainstorming, what will happen is you may see two kind of people will be in the team. Sometimes there is a two, we call them outliers. One person will always say that this is not going to work here. It's all waste of time. Nothing is going to work. So we'll be reluctantly giving something, right? This input is equal to 0. That is acceptable. That is also okay. So you can simply ignore. But the other person will not allow others to speak, will not allow others to, whenever you give idea, no, that will not work. Another idea, no, I know this, yeah, I'm here for 10 years, this will not work. So he will not allow others to speak, other allow to voice out. But you know what? A normal person will have 1,000 ideas in his mind. God has given brain to everybody in the same way. It's up to you how you are using it. So that person may be, that the person may be biased. He think I know everything, nobody knows anything else. So you should be, the moderator should be careful about these two characters, right? Professionally you want to handle, you ignore them. Bluntly you want to handle them, you ask them to get it. Sometimes it's not possible, so better, ignore them. So in other words, whenever you form a team, be careful, form the right team so that the people are there to voice out their ideas, right? Now, this is the brainstorming rule. No? Second point is brainstorm. So now think that for every cause, people are given a couple of solutions. Then on each cause, now what you should do, go to a display board. First, you put all the 3 causes. You write the causes on the board. Under the board, each cause, people are giving their ideas. So collect all the ideas, paste under that cause. One by one, you paste under the cause. I'm going to show you now. It's just only steps I'm explaining. Real time, I'm going to show you now. Once you put that, then something called MEES, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Too much for now. Just hold on with it. I'll explain you a little later. Then the last point is, once you are done, you're going to list the whatever the finalized causes are there. You're going to create a finalized solution list, right? Because for each cause, people are giving various solutions. Now you are putting in, you are kind of grouping them. You're putting 3 causes under the grouping them. Then you got the big one. Then do something called the MEES exercise. And finally, you are left up with certain number of causes, solutions to take it for the implementation. Not take it for the prioritization. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. See, these are the 3 causes we are, remember, from the exercise, from the various causes from the fishbone, I have taken, prioritized 3 causes, right? Number 1 is inexperienced pharmacist. What happened? I gave my team, asked them to give their solution in the stick pad. They gave, so I pasted. So these are the 4 ideas they gave, right? Some people say set entry qualification, right? Whenever people come, set entry, so that the inexperience can be killed. Some people say provide pre-job training. Somebody says in-process quality test. While they're working, give them time to time. Some will training before joining the work, right? These are the 4 different things people are given. Rest are, only the 4 came out of this. Say for example, for the second cause, these 4. For the third cause, these 4. This is really important. Cool. Okay, now for the first, we have 4 things. This is, so we have done the first, we are given the slip. First step is over. Second, people are brainstormed and they're given these, list of causes. Over. Third step, in the display board, against each cause you kind of pasted the solutions. Now next is the MEES. What is MEES? Now, if you really see in this first line, there are 2 things. Set this one, provide pre-job training, meaning somebody before joining, give them proper training, how to work in a pharmacy, how to know what are the required requirements, give them a proper training. And one more, the last one says training before joining the work. So these 2 are almost same, right? So these 2 are the same one. So this is duplicate. So what we are going to give is one solution for both. So we need to remove one of them, right? We have to remove one of them. Similarly, here if you see, it says implement minimum order level, damage control system, because the root cause is shortage of equipment. So what you're saying is, well, why it becomes 0? before it becomes 0, have some minimum quantity. It comes to, I need 10 syringes, I need 1,000 syringes. The moment it hits 50 syringes, immediately you order. So have a minimum order level. Damage control system, meaning today for various reasons the material is getting damaged. So either buy from a good place or know how to use the, give a training on how to use the put some damage control system so that the damages, equipment getting damaged can be reduced. Then system for ordering equipment. Again, if you see for this and this are almost duplicating, and proper usage of equipment. How to use the equipment, that is what. The last is improper inventory system. We do not have an inventory system. That's a problem. That is one of the cause for my biggest delivery problem. Why a delay in the delivery? So they say do a monthly monthly audit check. You do a monthly stock audit, perform, and do a periodic checks and automate the inventory management system. Why manual? Automated. And label this completely, put the medicines everywhere, put label so people know which is available in which, what is available in which place and everything. So this is the solutions given, right? So these are 3 causes. People are given different solutions. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm reading I see certain duplicates in the ideas. Same idea have been given by 2 people, so that means it's a duplicate. So what I do, I try to, this idea given. You see the red ones, these are duplicates. Periodic checks and monthly stock audit, both are same. System for ordering equipment, implement minimum order level, both are same. Train before joining work, provide pre-job training, both are same. So what I am going to do, I am going to remove these 3 from the list so that you left with only these items. So now what I have done, what is means now? What I am doing is, whatever I have now, after removal, what is happening is I have 3 here. These 3 are mutually exclusive. These are not duplicates. They are individual. They have individual. They are giving an individual solution. They are mutually exclusive. And collectively, what I have done is various people given. Some people say set entry qualification. Some people know same thing. They are told a different way. So all their ideas. Some people said set qualification. Some people said entry should be, we should have a qualifying test in the entry. So together we made that as a set entry qualification. So collectively exhaustive in the brain. When I collect all the ideas, this is exhaustive, and mutually these are exclusive. So mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. That's called MECEBs. Why I'm doing this? Precisely to remove the duplicate of ideas. Now I'll end up in the final list. These are the 9 points I got. These are the 9 solutions I got. So if I'm going to attack these 9 solutions, if I'm going to implement these 9 solutions, I'm attacking the 3 root causes, which is a 20% of the whole the set of causes, which is going, if I attack this, when I kill this, I'm going to get 80% of the benefit. So this is the whole concept. Now I'm going to implement. Again, as I told you, I have 9 causes, 9 solutions. Am I going to work on all 9? Right? I may work, but first I should take 1. Out of the 9, which one I should take first? Right? I have a question for you. Now, you're sitting there, right? And I have, various notes, rupee notes. I have 10 rupee note. I have 50 rupees note. I have 100 rupees. I have 500. I have 2000. And I have a US dollar. Right? I have say about 10 US dollars, and it has a set of euros. So I have so many things out there, right? I kept in a different parts. I'm telling you, I'm going to give you 3 seconds, right? I go to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. Here, you pick one, whatever you want. That's for you, right? I have notes are segregated, and you can see. Oh, there 500 is there. Okay, 2000 is here. Oh, dollar bills are there. Right? 1, 2, 3, I may reach. Okay. So you are started thinking. So the exercise is, I have different bills, right? I'm telling you, okay, start. Right? Mr. Kalyan, start. You can go. There is a time starts. You can take now. 1, 2, 3. So what you will do? What anybody will do? Right? In general tendency. First thing is, which is bigger? Right? Your eyes will be always on the dollar, nothing else. right? But at the same time, do you have time to go and reach and take it? What kind of effort I have to put? If I go there, by the time effort is gone, you don't get anything, not even 10 rupees. So what do you do? Okay, as something, you know, I can make one step. I have 2,000 rupees here. That is the second highest. Let me do one thing. I'll pick it. So the brain, what it will do, quickly what you're doing here is, what is the time will take, what kind of effort I need to put, and how much maximum I can take. Exactly the same thing we're going to do here. What you're going to do, there is something called effort versus payoff. The matter is called effort versus payoff. You're going to put this solutions into that tool that's going to tell you, you take it or don't take it. What is that effort versus payoff? So on the bottom, you have effort. You're going to put a low effort, you're going to put a high effort, right? In the side you have payoff. You're going to get a low payoff, you're going to get a high payoff. Now there are 4 boxes are there. Now you can easily relate, right? This one is, I'm going to give a low effort, I'm going to get a low payoff, right? Maybe in our exercise, I take 50 rupees. Not even one, I just taken 50 rupees. So low effort, low payoff. And second thing is, you're going to give a low effort, but a high payoff. Right? I'm going to make 5 steps with that 2,000 rupees. Right? High effort and a low effort, but still high payoff. The third is high effort and high payoff. Right? Within that, I have to rush, run, take it and come back. I'm going to put extra efforts, but I got dollars. I got $10. Right? It's a triple the time than the 2,000. Isn't it? So I got dollars. Then the last one is, I don't think anybody will like it, right? I need to put a high effort, I get a low payoff. Right? I have to walk on the end, I'll take a 5 rupee note. Will you even do that? What will you say? I'm not coming, drop this. So let me see. We have some names for this. When you have low effort, low payoff, it's called low hanging fruits. In a mango tree, there are various mangoes are there. Now what happened? You want to be there is a you can put your hand and like if that is the possibility, then there's lower payoff. So when you put a low effort, take a low payoff, that's called low hanging fruits, right? First attack and get it done. Effort also low, payoff also low, doesn't matter. Second thing is, I'm going to put less effort, but I'm going to get more payoff, which is jewels. Right? Great. Right? Particularly jewels are really great. The third thing is, I'm going to put high effort, high payoff, it's called high hearts. But still I can do it right there because it's going to give me high payoff. The last one is, I'm going to drop it. Explain. So now what I'm going to do, I have prioritized. I have 9 solutions I've shown you. I'm going to pick one by one. I can put, instead of interest of time, I have taken 4 examples, put in the 4 buckets. So these are you can see in the left, you can see the 9 solutions what we prioritized. So now what I have done, I've taken the set of, set entry qualification. This does, because you are in the medical line and you know what the person should understand. This is very simple. In fact, it will be written. So all you're going to do is, hey, take this, tell anybody coming here, they have to adapt this. Right? So you're going to do that and that's going to get you a payoff. So we're going to put a low effort and we make it a low payoff, which is a set. See, this is an example. When we debate, in the real time, this may change also. But example, I'm saying this could be a low effort and low payoff. Implement minimum order level. Now today the biggest problem is I need syringe and I go and see there is no syringe at all. So I have to wait from go down. I have to give, that's making a lot of delay. So if you have a minimum order level, again the effort is very low. I need to understand various things. I have to put the number. So if you have that minimum order level, then I'll be able to, my payoff will be really high. Because the time, most of the time, wasted because of no material will straight away eradicate. So I get high payoff. So low high example is that. The third is automated inventory management system. Definitely, if you have a system is invented, all these things will be taken care of. Right? I have an automated inventory system. But again, requirement gathering and requirement giving, software development and testing, etc. So that's going to take more. But more effort, it's going to be more payoff. The last is monthly audits. You should ask the people who are doing the stock audit. right? Even once in a year, they break their head. They run away. So that is that tedious job doing a stock audit. But that gives, but doing, if you compare the other solutions what you are given, that's not going to give you that much of this is a little old practice. However, that's going to take more effort. Of course, you can do in an organized way, but it's going to more effort. The payoff will be not that much, right? So various practical issues are there. So I'm keeping it as a drop. So this is how you are going to put that, and whichever coming, see the order of priority is the green, the yellow, the red, right? Now, whenever this goes in black, because the solution you got after various iterations, you got the solution. I don't want you to throw this solution out. Now, what you should do after implementing all these things, right? If you have time, if you have wherewithal, you can look into that, implement that also. Even that gives a very little this thing, that's fine. But if your other solutions are taken, your problem is taken care by the other solutions, drop it. That's all. So this is how you're going to prioritize the solutions and going to work on it. Now, say for example, I have prioritized these solutions out of the 9. Now, next very important thing is impact analysis. That's the third step. Possible solutions, prioritize solutions, impact analysis. Impact analysis. I'm going to give these. What is impact analysis? Whenever you implement a solution, any solution, that's going to have a positive impact, negative impact. Any solution you do, this is going to happen. Right? Now, we have to be very careful. We have to prioritize 3 solutions. You have to pull inside the circle and see what is a negative and what is a positive. Right? Example, I put set entry qualification. That's the first solution. The positive side is right resource. You set the entry qualification when they're coming inside. The positive point of this, you get your training time, your searching time, and everything is going to come down. So that is the positive. What is the negative of that? Time consuming. Meaning, if you find today what's happening, what that pharmacy does or the hospital does is, take 10 people, right, and put them on the job. Simply straight away they got 10 resources. Whether they are effective or ineffective, that's what creating the problem. But in this case, what happened? Out of the 10, 1 may get pass. Out of 100, 2 may get pass. So what happened? Finding the people, you're going to spend more time. So now you're going to take a call. Okay, even though I spend more time there, but in the real life, in this thing, I'm going to save lots of time. My customers, whenever the patients are coming inside, they are going to be happy. So you're going to take a call. Yes, I'm going to implement this, and it's going to take time. This is only an indication. Please be careful, right? Always think that the solution is going to get more time. So see how quickly you can do that. How to overcome the negative, but still achieve the positive. Now, that's right. So similarly, what you are going to do, you are going to put all the solutions in the impact wheel, identify the negative and positive, and play around. Another general example, we say a person is always late to office. This I faced a lot, so I keep taking that example. Late to office. So what he has done is one of the solution. Okay, in the morning 5:30, I'm going to keep an alarm. That is his solution. Now, what happened? You put that solution. Imagine setting alarm at 5 o'clock. You are putting rather 4:30 in the morning. You keep it here. The positive side is for that person, the positive, he will get up on time, and he is killed his late coming to office problem got killed. What's the negative side? The others sleeping in the room. Family members also will get wake up. Right? That's a headache for them. So that's a negative side. So how to overcome that? Right? You have a system such a way that that only wakes you up, or that only give you indication, or keep the alarm a little low so that others don't get disturbed. So these are the things. Once you're done, you're taking care of the negative side, but you achieved your positive. Got it? So now, problem, list of causes, prioritize causes, and possible solutions through affinity diagram from the human brain. You got it? Prioritize them, and you checked the impact, and you are sure it's going to give me positive results. Now you're going to do that. While you're doing that, be careful. Do not implement straight away. Right? Do a trial. Now in this particular, okay, from tomorrow onwards, everybody I'm going to give a set entry qualification. Instead of doing that, try with 2 people, try with 3 people, try in a smaller way. So then what happens? If you get any practical issues, solve them, then you go for the bigger. Right? The trial run and big. Always a trial run will be very, very useful. So now what happens is, that's what he was saying. Next, now the last run. Okay, you are going to a pilot run. We are in the implementation stage. We are going to a pilot run. For the pilot run, what will happen is, even something goes wrong, the impact will be very low, and you can have a closer monitor. You have only now, you are done in a very, very mini scale, so you can monitor what is going wrong, what is going. It is easy for you to monitor. At the same time, impact, even otherwise, impact also will be very low. So you need not worry about it, right? So the trial run. One that is successful, that's it. Get into the full-fledged. Okay, full-fledged also, I generally prescribe my people. When I say go and that also, all Six Sigma from start to end, it tells you be organized, right? So the action item also, we are given a how to go about, right? We call this as a W3HS action plan. You can see the top W3HS. What is the W3HS? In the, there are 5, you can see there are 5 columns, and 3 W's are going to come. One H will come, one S will come. Right? What is the first W? It says what. What is the solution you are going to implement? That's the first W. Second, right? This is the H, one H. This is a solution, how you are going to implement. Now what happened? You have prioritized impact bill, then remember the solution, set entry qualification for the pharmacist, for the nurses. That is a solution. So how I'm going to do, right? So the job, we are going to say, write the job description, what kind of job, their roles and responsibilities. For that, what are things they should know? So what should be their education background? What should be their pre-experience? Write down everything and create that. So who is going to conduct the interview? Various steps of implementing the particular solution is what will come in the action plan for the implementation will come in the how I am going to do. First is what I am going to do. Second, how I am going to do. The third is who is going to do. This is what very, very important, right? In the project, for people will be around you. The moment you want to give some responsibility, boom, people will vanish. So you should be find out at the same time. This is on the fun side. On the serious side, you have to give the right job to the right person. Just because somebody is very good, right? Do not give them the key. He will do all the key job. Not necessarily, right? Understand this job, this guy will do well. That is a leader's capability. So give the job to him. So who will do what job? Now you have there what you have, how you are going to do. What the various actions? Who should I delegate this job? Who should give the responsibility? Who is the person responsible to deliver that job? Then comes the where. Right? That's this is the second. This is the third W. Right? This is not where. This is a typo error. This is when. Right? There is a when. So this chart is not Six Sigma quality. That's something. So the third is what, how, then. What, how, who, when. Now I'm happy. When, and the S is the status. So what is what solution? H is the action, implementation action plan for the solution. Who will do, and then the timelines and due dates. And once it is an implementation status, have I done it, or the work in progress, or delayed, or hold, whatever it is, that status should come there. This is the W3HS action plan. So we will implement. Now the prioritized solutions, I'm going to implement this. And finally, you're going to have a dashboard. So this dashboard, you're going to watch 3 points. One, I have implemented certain solution, keeping certain, in this case, there is a delivery, delay in the delivery of medications. So for that only, I given this solution. Now is that I must come down. Is that the problem is solved to a certain extent. So that is what you're going to monitor. Number 2, check results before and after the implementation. Right? Before how it was, after. So this is the data you're going to tell the world, saying that, you know what, my solution works. And this is what the need of the hour. That's what you're going to check. Then if the solution is ineffective, You are doing that, and you are watching, you are putting them on while implementing everything. You are very confident in everything. But unfortunately, after implementation, you see you didn't get that kind of improvement what you were expected. The solution is not effective to the extent what you want. So now what we should do is, I have laundry list with me, and the rest of the solutions. Go pick one, understand, do the priority is done, prioritize. We have the check the effort versus payoff, that process. Then first, all the and then put them in the impact wheel, understand negative, positive is good, implement. This third is unlikely to happen because your tools have helped you to come to the extent, but we are giving these also if it is in this case. Right, guys? So I think I'm done for the day. This is the complete possible solutions, how to identify, how to prioritize, how to validate, and how to implement. I have to spoken about the, and finally how to monitor the effect. If it is ineffective, what? Right? That brings the end of this today's session of possible. Over to Dr. Akshay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sethuraman. That was short and very crisp. For unsharing these slides, I hope it is visible now. You are visible to everybody. So wondering, sitting, listening to you and thinking, so we should not put all our efforts in all directions, getting to train the people, to ensure inventory is in order, and ensure that the machine is running. Smart, as you said, with lower effort, more output. So in situations such as a new project, a project of a kind, for example, integrative healthcare, trying to combine the yoga and the Ayurvedic system medicine, while we have people well trained for in the MBBS, the PhDs for doing research, or MDs for running the modern medicine setup. But if you're trying to get an integrative healthcare working, we need a new category of trained personnel which don't exist. So, in other words, there are hardly any of the Ayurveda or yoga practitioners who have adequate training of anatomy and physiology or a little bit of knowledge about medicine. So, I don't think that's a low-hanging fruit. It's a very high-hanging fruit. Lot of high effort and very low output. Am I right? Did I get it correct?
You are right. You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Also, for running a program, a project, a business, a research lab, or a hospital. In general, for a traditional system of running a pre-owned, pre-existing, pre-running program, you're right. You get the right people, train them, and get them, pre-train them, as you said very nicely. But there is an urge in some bad professors or bad mentors, bad in the sense that they're otherwise good, but they want to train everybody. They want not to differentiate between less qualified, less skilled person. They want to bring that person to a same level where the best of best is. Just because we believe that they are not being exposed enough in that particular area, or they did not get an opportunity to be trained at all. So conflict of low input and high low effort and high output or high payoff versus urge to also work on low skilled, low qualified people, urge to train them and put effort and time and to bring them here. Should we not do that? We should let them off, just get only the good trained students, for example, or good trained personnel, and just wean off those who are not good and not trained or well trained, because they will consume more of my effort. So in that case, I'm talking of a research environment. I'm talking of an academic ecosystem where all students are to be treated equally. This must be a very challenging question to you. I don't know. But you probably talked of business output.
No, I understand. But yes, there is no doubt about for the matter students or anybody for the matter, equality should be there. We are going to discriminate based on anything else. But however, see, definitely there should be certain criteria for this guy can do this job, right? I'm not saying, I mean, if he's not there, no, he is there. My philosophy is, in this world, nobody is useless. Nobody is useless. People are useless. That's all. So definitely, this guy may not. So this is, as a leader, your job is, now I have 10 people. I have this work to be done. Out of the 10, I'm treat everybody. Maybe I'll give a chance to everyone. Then that chance will tell me, okay, out of the 10, these two are, I need to pick them. not because of they are highly qualified or educational background, but various parameters. There are some people I have seen. They are very normal graduates, they're not done very higher this very from a regular university, from a regular course, but their IQ levels are great, right? So it depends on you're going the chance to everybody. The chance given to everybody is equal, right? After that, whomever perform you're going to take. The non-performer, whether they are super guys or they are dull guys, we don't care. You are not fit for this job, that's all. Now I will take you, try to put you in another way, right? And obviously you are trying a person in 1, 2, 3, in all the 3 places is not coming. It more than you have to understand is it what is the problem this guy is having, right? Then you have to take a decision. Equality is important. At the same time, who will do this job is also very whom to give what job is very important.
Correct. It's very important. It's a smarter way because life is short, projects are small, and a lot have to be achieved, meaningful, and which can be brought to brought to the ground.
I will give you one more point here. Now, this is a very good question. So just because the equality and other stuff keeping in mind, I am taking a kind of a mediocre guy. I'm training more. By end of the day, I'm not achieving the project. I don't achieve the output. That's going to spoil many other lives. Instead, let me focus on that is very important. That you have to have the trade-off.
That's a very important point. I think we have to be more smarter and use your whatever chart that you called very nicely. So let's move
effort
to
versus payoff chart.
What is that?
Effort versus payoff.
Correct. Effort versus payoff chart, right? So we have some of the people here on the board. You want to ask any questions? I don't have one on the Facebook at the moment. I think they were all.
Yes, I want to ask a question.
You can also put on a video if you want. Pooja.
You described everything very beautifully. As yesterday. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, as yesterday you talked about control chart and where you have you described about the different time points and today you described about the efforts versus output. So what if we are not we have planned a project beautifully and in a very organized manner, but what if we are not able to achieve the things at the same time point that we have decided earlier? So how to troubleshoot those problems and how to manage the time and to finish the things in that specified time point that we have specified for our project? And second question is that the efforts, high efforts are good, but efforts in the right direction is also I think so. What are your suggestions and tips to manage time and do things at the specified time point, and how to do efforts in a right direction? What are your suggestions?
Okay, your first question is, I have a stipulated task and stipulated time, and I'm unable to complete that. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. That's because we are unable to achieve some things at the first time point, that our whole project or next time point will also be disturbed. So how to manage that?
Oh, okay. If that is the question, my understanding is, say I am working on a point, this particular task I'm unable to complete, but if I'm going to spend more time on this, that's going to have a cascading effect. It's going to disturb the other steps also. So how I need to do this? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. There are two points. Now, yeah, if this is going to, you have a task, now you are not completing, if this task is not going to bear, it's not going to have any impact on the next steps, right? This output, I'm going to complete a task based on this output. If I need to work, this is a dependent output for the next processes. That is the case. You don't have a choice. You may have to put extra efforts, extra people, extra time, get this done, right? So what is
thank you. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. You also mentioned yesterday that particular graph where you have to self-evaluate yourself. You gave the example of attendance.
That's right. I'm coming there. Yeah, what I'm telling is, now when you are first of all, you have to understand when the one you have say for example, Pooja, you have task 1, task 2, task 3, right? And you're going to get the final output. task 1 is delayed now. Now, first question is going to have an impact on task 2 and 3. This output I'm asking. Or this output came in parallel. No. I have to complete this. Then I have to take it further and finish up. If that is the case, then you don't have time now to analyze why this is gone. Because you're going to, first of all, quickly in the control chart see, is there any assignable cause? So I'm getting this process getting delayed. Right? If any assignable cause is there, give a solution immediately to that, and so that now you can attack the problem. If there is no assignable cause, it's only a chance cause, this is pushing, right? Now, what you can do is, now if this is having a dependency on the other outputs, then you have to put additional time. You don't have a choice, you have to complete, but instead of to meet the final deadline, you have the task 2 and 3, and you have aligned certain actions for 2 and 3. Go and examine those actions. Will I be able to do something on those actions? Can I put more resources? Can I put more this thing? And can I remove certain unwanted tasks? So that can I cut short? Can I manage this time in the forthcoming processes? Right? That is the another point. Second thing is I'm putting my effort. Is it I'm putting in the right direction? Right? Effort versus payoff.
Yes,
Effort versus payoff. Now when I say, in my example, I told you set entry qualification. That's a solution. Now for this, I need to know what I'm going to, I said it's a low effort and low payoff. Why? Because what I want, when a person is coming inside, what I want, which I already know, I have to know, put it, formally I have to document it, create a, kind of a guidelines for that. That's going to take very less effort. Now, when I come into the high effort, you are going to have the actions. It's not that you keep moving in one direction and suddenly you realize, okay, I'm going in the wrong direction. No, we are not saying that. You are going to have action plan. I told you 3W1H action plan, in that how you're going to write all the actions. Like I'm going to do this. When I do this, I am doing this to achieve that, output. I'm starting from Delhi. I need to go to Chennai. Then definitely you should know the route. You know the milestones, right? By this time I should be in Bhopal. Then this time I should be in Impal. Then Nagpur. Then Andhra. Then I'm touching Chennai. So you should know. It's not that I'm getting into a train. I am moving. I want to go to Chennai, and suddenly I'm just going to Bangalore. Right? You're not going to do that. So your action plan, the how, when you put your action plan, right? You have to be very careful action plan, saying that this action plan takes you from the A point to the B point. A point is where you are. B point is the solution implementation.
And
yes,
can
sir.
you use brainstorming?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja. Good question, good answer. But did you? Can she do brainstorming that you mentioned to generate 3 stickers?
No, see, she got the solution. The sticker solution is happening when you have only a cause. For the solution, whatever you have a team, do the brainstorming, get the solutions, and do the me's. Then you got the solutions already. Now our question is, now I got the solution. I'm going to, now I said, understand the effort versus payoff. Okay, this is a high effort, high payoff. Our question is, what happened? I'm putting effort and realizing I put in a wrong effort. I said, this is not, you are not going to do anything blindly. You are going to have an action plan. You are going to follow that.
But even for drawing the action plan, there may be difference in perspectives of the adoption of the action plan. So can there not be brainstorming for drawing a good action plan?
Definitely. When you put the action plans, it's not that one person is going to do. There are going to be a set of people. Of course, when there are certain key things you're putting, I told you there's a negative impact. When you're putting that negative impact, always come in. This is going to take, I need to identify 100 people. Immediately, it's going to tell boss, it's going to take more time. Correct. So definitely there will be a discussion, there will be a session, and always, brain is strong all the time. That is, it has to be strong. So now you're going to come with the action. Absolutely, you're right.
Thank you both. So in order to prevent what happened yesterday, the darkness, we'll take questions one by one. So you said negative impact. You also showed nicely positive and negative impact of a solution. So here's a question from Rita Isaac, sir. How to find solution if the problem is related to common public interest for some noble cause, and if it clashes with people's belief system and perceptions, for example, in the present scenario. So what do you do with that?
Yeah, I saw that Rita tough fan. But tough questions also, the difficult questions also she's
Yeah,
giving.
we don't know who she is, but she comes every time, asks questions.
But that is yeah, I like that question, but I
Yes,
don't
yes,
have a
yes.
straight answer to that.
Yeah.
And I want to do some noble cause. I mean, again, can you repeat? I'm doing practices that don't
How
affect
to,
the people
how to
belief
find,
system.
yeah, how to find the solution to, a common public interest for some noble cause. And if it clashes with people's belief system and perceptions, for example, in the present scenario, maybe she's talking of integrative healthcare. Patients want integration to happen, but they may not believe in yoga, may not believe in Ayurveda, or the physicians or some policymakers may not believe in it, even though it has value and it has importance.
I know, I know. The answer to Rita is, habits die hard. Okay. Belief system. I'm not sure whether Six Sigma can help you to change the belief system of people, right? So again, I believe only two things in the world. One is God, rest is data. I don't believe in anything else. Only these two can help you.
Generate data, get pilot data to show that it
Get
works.
the pilot data, prove things, and whom are sitting. Always in life, when somebody don't believe, there are some people to believe, right? Use the people who are believing it, collect the right data, appropriate data, and show. Then where is the question of unbelief? Now you have a diabetes. Here, A have diabetes, B have diabetes, C have diabetes. B and C practiced integrated medicine, and they are come out of that, or they are controlling. They are doing well. They are eating gulab jamun every day, and you are not believing my system. No, you are doing something else, but still, after 6 months, they started eating jangris and gulab jamuns, and you are unable to eat anything else. So why, if you can come to that, now if you don't do that, there is a negative correlation. When you do that, there's a positive correlation. If you can project the data to the people, right, clean, genuine data to the people, I mean, people have to change. Still,
Exactly.
something is not changing. See, outside the meeting, they're writing their fate. Don't worry.
Exactly, and that is exactly why we invited you and why we are running this program on behalf of Integrative Medicine Case Report, which is the journal which encourages people to communicate this data, even singular case report or benefits with the help of Ayush system or yoga should be reported, should be documented. That is the answer. And please report to us whatever data that you get from your Ayush clinic, yoga practitioner, your yoga studios. Please report to us. So that becomes data, and data by data, drop by drop, an ocean comes. And that is a pooled data to which people will have to agree whether they believe or they do not believe. They will have to agree to the data, and data is the answer to all prejudice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tomorrow, I'm telling you, tomorrow, no, you find a vaccine for COVID-19 and is applied on so many people. It is very proven. Similarly, there's a Siddha, there's Ayurveda. There's Ayurvedic, they are proving that it's solving. So I see there are 100 people are getting, cured from COVID-19 because of Ayurveda. Now this is up to you whether you want to take it or not. So obviously, I'm telling you, when you have the right data and proved data, people will queue behind you to follow that.
And we discussed that yesterday also. So here's another question from Sundaraj, and he says that when you're doing brainstorming, because Sethuraman ji, you mentioned about the brainstorming, the importance of brainstorming, and a lot of people may be shy, they may not come up with brilliant ideas sitting in their head. They will not
Prakshay is singing now.
bring it out. So should some homework, I'm saying if the moderator should do some work.
Now, I heard, I carefully heard your full sentence. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so go ahead.
So what you're asking is there are people who are shy about it, how to pull them. Rather, they may have good idea, pull them, right? So the brainstorming, there are two methods. One is open, one is closed, right? When I say closed, you're going to give the yellow notepad, ask them to write. So somebody, the shy people, I've seen people who are shy in talking. They think my English may not be right, my Hindi may not be right, my communication may not be right. So they shy about it, they don't come. But can I ask them, can you write it? They will write it, right? Because it's going to be one on, you're going to write, give it to me. So that is possible. Second, so that way you'll be able to, when the stick pad works 100%, everybody will write. There is nothing called shy in this. Only speaking people get shy, most of the people. The second point is, once this is over, now what happened? You can say I'm putting in the note, imagine in a display board, I have a course under which I have put some 10 solutions collected from everybody. Now I'm going to openly tell. Now there are 10 causes, 10 solutions already available. You guys want to add more. Now the shy guy, you know already this is a shy guy, you can pull him, right? Voluntarily. Hey, Prashant, you want to talk about this? You want to give something about this? Sir, I don't know whether you are shy or not. I'm just pulling you for my support. So Prashant, are you going to, how you are going to give this? Now what is going to happen is when you pull him to the stage, two things will happen. He is being forced to open his mouth. Second thing, he has some clues in front of him. There are 10 people given 10 ideas. So what he will do a piggyback. Okay, similarly, there is an eighth point, that is what I'm about. At least you'll be able to open his mouth. The point in this life is, once you open somebody's mouth, right? Once he started speaking, very difficult to close their mouth. Those kind of people. Once they get the confidence, right? Once they get the confidence, okay, this is what speaking all about is. To be very frank with you, my first presentation, my boss name is, wherever he is, my loud boss, Karan Malhotra. We were in Udagamandalam. The first meeting going to happen. He is supposed to give the presentation. I made all the presentation for him and gave it to him. I'm sitting, this is a meeting going on. All my top management sitting there. And he went to the stage and said, what? You know what? That the man who prepared the presentation, Sethuraman, I'm going to call him to present. You know what happened to me? I almost got fever. I won't run him. I said, Karan, you just carry on. I'll just go to the restroom and come. I escaped him. And this is what me. But when he was forcing me, do this, and my next to come, when I started doing that, now it's becoming a practice. So coming back to Sundarajan's answer to Sundarajan's question, two things. One, ask them to write in the beginning, so that they may not be that shy. Writing is a lesser shy than talking. Then put on the board, specifically call the person, ask him to get up and say, do you have anything to tell? Now he has to, at least you have to tell, I don't have anything. So he will speak for that at least. That is enough. A guy speaks one sentence, he got his, the moment say, very good. Don't forget to appreciate. Very good, and I appreciate it. Maybe next I will ask you again. Enough for him.
Okay, great, excellent. Any questions from your Prashant here? Oh, he just left, I think. Oh, he's there. Prashant, Kalyan, Priya Mehra, Pooja, any other? Pooja has already taken a question. Any other questions before we close down? So if there are none, we'll close the session.
No, sir.
There's no question. Okay, where is, oh, Dr. Mr. Sethuraman went away, is he? Not visible at all. Oh, he probably left. He, for somehow reason. Anyway, thank you viewers for being with us, and I hope you enjoyed and learned from this interaction. We'll meet again. Tomorrow is the 4th day of Sethuraman Krishnamoorthy. Don't miss it. Please be hooked. 6 o'clock sharp tomorrow, Indian Standard Time. It should be 8:30 a.m. in the New York and American Canadian time. So we hope to meet you again tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye, good night, namaskar.